Let's say you've got a few guns in your safe. Some head to the range, some ride with you daily. But then there's that one, the one you never touch because you know exactly what it's worth. And it ain't just about resale, it's about history, performance, legacy, and the kind of craftsmanship we don't see much anymore. In this countdown, we're breaking down 6 iconic firearms you should never sell, the ones that outlast trends, hold their value, and just might end up in your grandkids' hands one day. Welcome to James' Firearm blog, where every gun has a story. And these 6? They're the ones worth keeping. The Colt Python 357 Magnum. This ain't just a revolver, it's American royalty. If there's one wheel gun you should never part with, it's the Colt Python, especially if you've got one made before the early 1990s. These weren't just built, they were crafted with polished stainless or deep royal bluing, a full underlug, and a ventilated rib that runs true. The moment it hits your hand, you feel it, the weight of quality. First introduced in 1955 as Colt's flagship 357 Magnum revolver, the Python quickly earned a reputation for near-mythical smoothness. And that wasn't just hype. That double-action trigger, smooth as river rock. The lockup, bank vault tight. The timing, spot on. And the recoil, surprisingly manageable even with full-house 357 Magnum loads. Shooters loved them, collectors locked them away. And once Colt stopped production in 2005, prices shot up like a prairie fire in August. Colt did bring the Python back in recent years, but let's be honest, the originals, especially those pre-1990, are still the gold standard. Pros. Legendary double-action trigger pull that's smooth as glass. Pre-1990 models feature hand-fitted parts and a mirror-like finish. Strong investment value prices continue to climb. Balanced feel with a natural point of aim. Chambered in 357 Magnum, but also runs 38, special for lower recoil. Cons. Older models need a skilled gunsmith for tuning or repair. Hefty frame makes it less ideal for concealed carry. 6 round capacity limits defensive role by today's standards. Original models can fetch over $2,000 if you can find one mint. If you've got a Colt Python with some years behind it, especially a pre-lock, pre-1990 model, don't let it go. Because once it's gone, odds are you won't ever see it again. The Beretta 92 FS. If you've got a Beretta 92 FS, especially one in good shape, don't let it go. This one's not just a pistol, it's a piece of modern military history. From 1985 to 2017, it served as the official sidearm of the United States Armed Forces, under the designation M9. And while duty pistols have changed since, the 92 FS still stands as a perfect mix of Italian craftsmanship and combat-tested performance. Chambered in 9mm, it's a double-action, single-action pistol with a 15+1 capacity. That open-top slide, it ain't just for looks, it helps cut down on jams and keeps ejection smooth and steady. With a 4.9-inch barrel, all steel frame, and a weight of 33 ounces, the 92 FS feels premium, balanced, and steady in the hand. Recoils low for a gun its size. The ambidextrous decocker safety runs smooth, and the trigger gives you a 10-pound double action pull, followed by a crisp 4 or 5-pound break in single action. The fixed barrel design means the barrel doesn't tilt during cycling, so your accuracy stays tight. Shot after shot. Pros. Incredibly smooth shooter with excellent pointability. Open slide design reduces malfunctions and clears jams easily. Battle-tested reliability from over 30 years in U.S. military service. Fixed barrel design delivers excellent accuracy potential. Instantly recognizable thanks to die-hard, lethal weapon, and more. Cons. Large grip can be tough for smaller hands. Slide-mounted safety runs opposite of most modern setups. Heavier than polymer pistols over 33 ounces unloaded. Long first trigger pull takes time and training to master. Base models lack modern features like accessory rails. Today, new models retail between $650 and $750. And special editions or mint condition military variants can bring $800 or more. If you've got one of these in your safe, hold on to it. It's not just a shooter, it's a legacy. The Remington 870. If selling your Remington 870 ever crossed your mind, forget it. This shotgun ain't just a firearm. It's a true American icon, and letting it go would be a serious mistake. With over 11 million sold since 1950, the 870 isn't just a pump gun. It's a legend. And if you've got a pre-Freedom Group model, even better. That's the kind of craftsmanship you just don't see much anymore. Built around a solid steel receiver, not aluminum like most modern pumps, the 870 has earned its stripes in patrol cars, deer stands, duck blinds, and dusty ranges all across the country. The Express Magnum variant chambers both 2 3/4 inch and 3-inch shells, giving you flexibility for home defense, sport shooting, or field hunting. Barrel lengths run anywhere from 18 to 30 inches, and capacity comes in at 4+1 or 6+1, dependent on your setup. Pros: nearly indestructible steel receiver that'll outlive most folks. Massive aftermarket support, more upgrades than any shotgun on the market. Proven platform for everything from upland birds to tactical work. Smooth, reliable pump action that runs clean with minimal fuss. Strong value retention, especially on pre-2007 models. Cons: kicks pretty hard, especially with Magnum loads and the basic stock. Newer production models have seen some quality control hiccups. Stock extractor and ejector can wear down with extremely high round counts. Heavier than aluminum receiver shotguns. Factory trigger leaves a bit to be desired for precision work. Prices run from around $250 for used police trade-ins to $600 or more for tactical or tricked-out models. And truth be told, a used 870 at $300 is still one of the best values in the shotgun world today. This one's not just a keeper, it's a workhorse that's earned its place and then some. The Luger P08. Now here's a piece you absolutely must hold on to if you've got one sitting in your collection. The Luger P08 ain't just a handgun, it's living history. Designed by Georg Luger, patented in 1898, and officially adopted by the German military in 1908. Hence, the name P08. This pistol created the 9mm cartridge. That's right, the 9x19mm Luger exists because of this very pistol. It feeds from an 8-round single-stack magazine, weighs just under 30.4 ounces unloaded, and features a 4-inch barrel. The fixed notch and blade sights are simple, sure, but still deliver surprisingly sharp accuracy. It even comes with a clever loaded chamber indicator, decades ahead of its time. It'll run standard 115 grain, 9mm, but due to the age and tight tolerances, light loads are recommended to avoid unnecessary wear. Pros: unmatched historical significance as the pistol that introduced the 9mm cartridge. Unique toggle lock action unlike anything you'll find on a modern handgun. Superior craftsmanship with hand-fitted parts and fine machining. Instantly recognizable profile with huge collector appeal. Strong investment value outpaces inflation year after year. Cons: complex disassembly requires patience and know-how. Sensitive to ammo quality, won't like modern plus P loads. Parts are scarce and can be pricey. Not meant for high-volume shooting or rugged field use. Can be picky with magazine fit and feeding. Prices typically start around $1,500 to $2,000, with documented military bringbacks fetching anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 or more. If you're lucky enough to have one, keep it clean, shoot it light, and whatever you do, don't let it go. There's no replacing a piece of history like this. The Beretta M9I4. The Beretta M9I4 ain't just an upgraded M9. It's the modern warfighter's version of a classic, now sporting a threaded barrel, tritium night sights, and an optics-ready slide. This pistol brings old-school reliability into the 21st century with purpose-built precision. And if you've got one, you'd be smart to hang on tight. It's the kind of sidearm that only gets better with time. Chambered in 9mm, the M9I4 runs a double-action, single-action trigger and ships with 3 18-round magazines. It's got a 5.1-inch barrel and a flat dark earth aluminum alloy frame, rugged, battle-proven, and ready for duty or defense. The tritium 3-dot night sights make low light shooting easy, and that threaded barrel is ready for your favorite can. Pros: factory ready for optics and suppressors, no custom work needed. 18-round mags give you 20% more capacity than the original. Upgraded grip texture and ergonomics fix the slick feel of older M9s. Front cocking serrations add flexibility for tactical press checks. Premium tritium night sights come standard, no upgrades required. Cons: premium price puts it above other tactical options. Bigger and heavier than most modern striker-fired pistols. Optic plate sold separately. Trigger system takes more time to master than a striker-fired setup. Frame-mounted controls might feel awkward depending on your grip. Retail runs around $1,100, with street prices hovering closer to $950 to $1,050. This is a premium variant of a proven combat classic. If you've got the budget and the belt space, it's one worth keeping in the safe and in the fight. Smith & Wesson Model 29. This ain't just a revolver, it's the revolver. A straight-up legend forged in steel and made famous by none other than Dirty Harry himself. It's got history, horsepower, and serious collector value, all wrapped into one beautifully blued beast. The Model 29 is a .44 Magnum, 6-shot, double-action, single-action revolver. Built on Smith & Wesson's large N frame, it sports a 6 1/2-inch barrel, adjustable rear sight, and the trademark red ramp front. Weighing in at 47.7 ounces, it soaks up the recoil from Full House 44. Magnum loads but still gives you that earth-shaking boom that turns heads at the range. Pros: iconic Dirty Harry status with a cinematic legacy like no other. Versatile power runs both .44 Magnum and .44 Special with ease. One of the smoothest Dace triggers ever put in a wheel gun. The N-frame platform delivers outstanding accuracy potential. Strong value appreciation, especially with older pinned and recessed models. Cons: recoil with Magnum loads can be rough, even for seasoned shooters. Size and weight make it a poor fit for everyday carry. Requires more care and cleaning than stainless versions. Limited to 6 rounds, with slower reloads compared to autos. Over-penetration risk makes it less ideal for home defense. Street prices run from around $999 to $1,100 for current production. But vintage models, especially pinned and recessed versions, can easily fetch $1,500 to $3,000 or more. If you've got one in your safe, hold on tight. This ain't just a revolver, it's a piece of American grit. And there you have it. 6 firearms you ought to think twice about ever parting with. From battlefield legends to conversation-starting collectibles, these guns are more than just steel and specs. They represent craftsmanship, confidence, and a good dose of American gun culture. If this list had you nodding along, hit that like button. Subscribe to James' Firearm blog. And tap the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. What gun would you never sell? Drop it in the comments, we're all ears.